This
Good morning.
conference will now be recorded.
Good morning. This is Fari Hemsi. It's about 9 a.m. on Tuesday, the 17th of November. And next week is Thanksgiving. Couple of quick updates. We are merging OTF into OTF Light by stripping it, putting the CL in there, crude oil, WTI, Western Texas Intermediate Crude, and then dropping FTX. We're just not having much of a traction with FTX after couple of years. Early on, we had a little bit of interest, but you can't. If you trade that, you can't trade other things. It's difficult because of sleep time. Yeah. And, if you do it by machine, you don't need to be up. I understand that. But if you're a machine, but software is not run by machine. Yeah, we don't send out pieces of it so you can build it into a machine. Yeah. So, or I mean, other trading machines. So anyhow, that's going to be done tomorrow night. So we're going to be in and out of chat room. I suggest you guys stay away about 8 o'clock Eastern for about a couple of hours. Okay, so we should be could be less than that, but at least get the functionality up. If we see you there, we'll give you a little notice, and then we'll clear the deck as we always do every day. Okay. This morning we had the issue where the Skype, with TradeStation. TradeStation had hung, had an unusual message, and Skype was just broadcasting, and there were three of you guys. I'm sorry, but the moment I got up, I came, and usually what I try to do is take care of Tico first, because he's got a different clock than you and I do. But he was so graceful, and he just came and sat next to me. I fixed that, took him out, came back. It's still running. We're good. Okay. But we had to dump the data. It's crucial to respect your data because we're in a big data world now. This is a new era. And back then, it was only AI guys were doing that. Now everybody is. So we do use a little of AI here, not a whole lot in OTF. But if you're not sure about your data, assume it's bad. That's all. Okay. Let's get started here quickly. And as you know, we have a econ calendar we go through every day. And let's see. Now I've got a list here of my trading assistant, well, administrative assistant, I should say, not trading. She doesn't have background trading, but she has a cool head and very good common sense. Has prepared for me a list now so I can know all these characters, where they're from. Bostic is, let's see, he's Atlanta Fed. Look, he's going to speak at 1 p.m. today. Daily is San Francisco, really. And they're both no, Bostic is alternate. Daily is voting member. Okay. And then we have, Williams is of course the big guy. He's basically effective number 2 guy. He runs the Fed in New York, which does all the treasury activity, and Daily again speaking. Okay. What we don't know is that, and I gotta get hold of the president of this guy, bitch Adam, on that LinkedIn today. You need to tell us what the event is, because it's where is she speaking? It could be COVID, they're cutting back. All right. Next FOMC meeting is 16th of 15th and 16th. Actually, it's a 2-day event. Obviously, the communique comes out on 16th. Okay. By the way, that's my birthday. Not going to be around much. We're also closing down on the happy expert. So this is a hard deadline because we have to get keys out for members who continue on a paid membership. Okay, and we're also splitting one more thing on the happy. We are splitting into 3 groups. It was all in one area, but we're building a back office data search for that, which is basic, pro, and expert. So some of you guys who are on pro, I would be asking you not to change your rate, but resubscribing on a different link that I'm going to give you at your current rate, just to create what do you call it? This grouping, because we can't change the grouping. Yeah, the grouping is done by. I don't think we can change the grouping. Maybe we can. I don't think we can. Well, we'll see. Let me take a look. If we cannot, we'll go to PayPal and we'll rebate the unused portion of your existing one. So it's a wash to you. But if we can do it ourselves on the background, that would be easier. We'll see. No, the other thing we're going to be doing on the happy, we know it's a quarter to quarter billing, but the quarter you come in, there's a partial. We haven't done that, enforced that in, I don't know, a few years. We have to now because we have to be even to people. Somebody coming in with 5 days to go to a quarter, different than somebody coming in first of a quarter. You see my point? Yeah. And we suggest don't come in the first 5 days of a quarter or a few days of the quarter. Yeah. Just coming out as you start initially. But there's that reserve we're going to take. Always have been there. If you go there, I want to say this very clearly. If you go to sign up on Happy Pro, there's a little extra language here. This is to be fair to everybody else. There's that. Just like any subscription, we take a little reserve up front, which is the balance of current quarter. So when you pay is actually next quarter. You always pay the quarter forward. So when you cancel, you burn that off. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. This way we don't have, because the keys we give you is sitting on your hard disk. Your hard disk is the gatekeeper, not us, not the browsers. Okay, so that's all. We have never, and we do it pro rata to the day. So Matt handles all of that. All right. So is there anything else we need to know on the FOMC? Kaplan is speaking there tomorrow. That's Dallas. I like him. I like him very much. Bullard is a dove. I love Williams. I do. Charlie is the biggest dove of all time. And I've never met Charlie, but he hangs around a bunch of folks I hang around with in that Union League. So we have some common friends. This guy, yeah, I've run into him more than once. And he's as dove as they come. Jobless claims. I'm just reminding you what to look for. And nothing on Friday. Okay. Again, that's expiration. That's expiration next following week, which would be 27th, I believe, is when we cut off the OTF. So that because there's only effectively 1 day left. And remember, that's Thanksgiving too. So, it's just going to be very slow, these areas. So we have the least impact to it now. Okay. We sent a note out last night to let you know, so you'll be aware of it. Once I do the schedule right. All right, moving forward, time to digest stuff. Okay. We're long and the market is down. Let's see. We are here's overnight. We're down about 26. That's not a small amount. But also we're running this bifurcated market where you have the ES and Q going against each other. As the perception changes for are we going to be home ridden with the COVID, or are we going to have a quasi normal economy out there? I say that because the jury is still out. Many studies will be done in years to come and analyze this. It's easy to jump to conclusions, but don't do that to yourself. Jack, I kept on missing you. No problem. But I sent you a note. I set you up. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out this week what's going on. Okay? Not a rush at all. Okay. So, 205. Overbought here. I understand that. 184. But remember, we could be overbought for a while. We have not hit the targets. We're in the channel, +1, +2. This is +1, +2. We're just using the same rules that dictated and put us on top with the time of digest. We're just doing the same thing. Look at it. This has not been taken out. When it passes here and would be up here, what would be worried about? So targeting wise, I'm worried about 3,700. You saw the PFT, I think we put a 100% exit, all full position exit at 37.10. That was the reason. These numbers are used to do our targeting. They're important. Okay. They're not going to be perfect, but 67% of the time, one standard deviation. Sometimes 75% of the time they're going to be correct. All you supplement that with a little common sense money management, you got a ball game. You get an E of X that's positive. E of X is the expected value of your game. This is a game. Just think of it as game theory. This is a game. If this is being played, well, it's like rolling a dice or a coin toss. What's the EX, E of X? What's the expected value of that system? Think of it as a system, not a game. A system. And that says to us we should be going to it. And the proof is what we have done. Now, a couple of times we're a little bit more aggressive and build a cushion. But that's just the nature of the beast. I'm very competitive, and if I see a target, arm, unlock the missile launch and launch. Boom, go. Yeah. Okay, look at what we did. New highs for multiple new highs, obviously, but the big push on the trans. This is even bigger, more important, because this has been there for a long time. This level, the all-time high, at least 2 years. We came and hit it, and then what is that? That's a blast mode. You hit, and then whoa, cuts through. All the shorts here were just hammered, and that's why this was pushed. We're not done here until these make new highs here. So We'll see. This is a number I would worry about. The trend is a little bit on the high side. Okay. I'm not sure about this. Maybe one of these two is worse in terms of this rubber band. This is a 20%. That's 26%. That's the differential between the last price and the last MA, 200-day MA. This is very crucial. I don't think 15. I think this is a little bit higher. We gotta go here. This we have room. Yeah, these are on the PMT charts. I mean, we mean right up. We did 7 years background check. Backward check, not background, backward check. All right. Need more coffee. All right. So keep in mind this 140 we got. By the way, we got a lot of responses last night on the MB. They were happy this is back. We changed some technology changes, hardware, and then we try and get back on what we promised we'll do for the community. Momo is up at 2 sigma. We gotta watch that. Obviously, we're gonna pull back a little bit today. It's probably healthy. What I would want to watch is where we're heading after, let's say, after 1 p.m., 2 p.m. today. Okay, 1 second. Now, let's move on. Again, keep track of this number. $ 52 Whiskey Hotel Sierra Papa. That's the weekly highs for 52 weeks. Trailing 52 weeks for S&P. You also on TradeStation you get the ND version too, of the 100 names of the Nasdaq 100. I never pay attention to it. As anything else, you gotta use it for a while to go through different texture, different markets, different volatility to get a feel about how to interpret it. Data is plenty. How you interpret it is important. Okay, ticking down a tad, a little bit up on this one. Remember, this trades early in the morning. So by the time we watch the video, this bar is live, actually. It's not yesterday, it's today on the VIX family. It's probably the last day of Z20. We'll probably be at F21 tomorrow or this evening. It was a 7,000 contract differential as a few moments ago, as you heard me. Yeah, nothing unusual here. Yeah, these are vols, these are CIs on that particular asset, not on the underlying. Okay, so be defensive in the morning. Let's see how it plays out. We're back to 79.40 on SP2, our true and tested buddy, and it looks like we have makings of a rendezvous point when these three get the same direction and close, and they go up there between 80 and 90, somewhere in there they get to something like this. When you get to there, that was a huge exhaustion. When was that done? Yeah, September 2nd. Yeah, and you could see several days up there, way above the red line. Okay, still no answer for you on that. SQ, quiet. SQ's quiet. Around 129. When it gets to here about 125, I'm fairly comfy. Obviously, this has shifted the limits. Not design limits, but actual observed limits. So you see also that this is also pushed itself up to around 130 area instead of 125. But that's what I look for. Okay. Treasuries. Ticked down a tad today, was up a little bit yesterday, yeah. Nothing unusual to write home about. We just need a lot of them. $3.1 trillion. Wow. Junk bonds, yeah. Heard that story before, right? All right. Okay. Here what I was talking about, Jack. Okay. See what happened? Went to 89. We were warning you about 80 to 85 area. Went to 89. Yeah. Okay. So it's up there. We're gonna probably pull back today. I realize that, but it's not enough for time and digest. Person for me to pull back, unless we have a crazy day. I doubt it. The bid is too strong. There's be more of a buying the dips, buying opportunity. Tops take a while to be made. Bottoms are V bottoms. So keep that in mind. And also, huge bias into Thanksgiving. So yeah, we'll have a little bump here because of expiration. Yeah, okay, maybe. But look at what the bid is. So yeah, people are just long. You have long calls, so they're trying to shake them right now a little bit. Aside from that, next week, by Friday, the bid will come in again for bias into Thanksgiving. Yeah, people don't like to. Very few times I've seen of this 30 some years, maybe 40 years of not trading, investing. I'd say 25 years of trading, another 15 before that investing. Uh, Very few Thanksgivings I've seen that we've had a push down. Like 2013 was one of them. Okay, usually you don't get a push down. It's a push up. It's another big up, but it's up bias. Okay, but I mean 2013 was a major launchpad mode, major launchpad mode. I mean we made 750 points in about 800 Dow points. Say 800 Dow points in about 2 days. Back then, that was a lot of move. Remember, moves were in percentages. Okay, let's go to overnight. Okay, where's our overnight, Jack? There we go. That's your overnight there. So we're doing about 26. The low was 93. 4 points. So we've done about 30 handles downside. High is 96. Okay. We were much higher here, obviously, and sold that off. Okay. This is a 30 minutes, and this is legal day coming in. I just want to get a feel in the morning what kind of day we're having. Archives you don't need. There's your Excel Plus. By the way, on the archives, we're also using CL Excel Plus as of last night. Yeah. We're not posting any more FDAX. It's all under right here. It's all under here. You log in there. Okay, just so you know the charts. No longer under this. We're abandoning it. We're not turning it. We're not erasing it. We're just turning the linkages off. You go here. You see that? That came in. WTI crude is added, and every week we'll add it. We'll push it down. Once we get enough of them, we'll dump the other ones out. But that's what we're doing. Okay. Now, if you go there, you'll see it's Excel Plus. Okay. Yeah. And so are the other two. So is ES and NQ. So we're trying to add value because we have remember we turned some people away from OTF testing. We said come back next year. Okay. No soup for you. Well, next year is coming. So we got to get ready for it. So always plan ahead. Strategic planning. That's what we learned at Northrop. Plan ahead. But you have to have reserves to plan ahead. You can't plan when you're worried about your next carton of milk. It's not going to happen. First, you have to survive. All right. Next. Let's go back to the charts here. Oh, so you got that. Yeah, we're pulling up here, but again, the backdrop is what's happening with ES. Yeah. No signals here. Notice that? Even though we had a steady rise. So when you don't have signals up and down, and of course, this is very strict rules I'm applying. Okay. This is something I watch daily myself, constantly in that mode. So maybe my signals are as vivid as yours would be on the screen that you watch. But I would rely on what the center line is doing. Okay. In terms of, is this a channel there? Yes, it is. Where is it turning around? Remember, this is our data saying that where that line is going to be. But imagine what's happening out there, but this is the actual movement. Now, the reason our line says that is because of what's inside those bars, which we had to recreate. Yeah, the blocks. Yeah, get rid of the mom and pops. Yeah, especially for this one. Okay. Having said that, what else? Is there something else we need to go over quickly? It's 9:18. Want to wrap this up? We've done that. Okay, we're running. Obviously, this is day session. That's another screen. During the day, I'm running these three on the side. You know, the PMT, just to look at where we are chart-wise. Look at this, where in minutia is moving to get a feel for it, both the Sigma channels and the DMZ. And then the OTF itself, so as backup in case. And I'm running this as master, so I can go there and if the other machine, if master 1 dies, master 2 is at least live. I don't even have to. It's logged in. It was the same account, so I can go get out quickly. Recently, this has happened with TradeStation. Last time was one of them. Could be updates from Microsoft too. Remember, we've had a lot of .NET updates. When you have a .NET update from Microsoft, please make sure your machine is updated, rebooted, and use disk cleanup. Disk cleanup, for those of you who don't know, how to maintain your machine at top shape is this function. You can do it on a search down here. Ask for it. It shows up. Put it on your prominently in your start button as a reminder, like on Saturdays. Grab Come in here, check your machine, have your cup of coffee, and any updates that needs to be done, you do it through here, and then you run this cleanup. Okay. Oh, on TradeStation, I'm gonna have a session for you guys to show how to keep this from happening, from auto updating itself. Basically, what it is there's a directory called this. Okay, it's the name of your company drive. Program data is hidden. You have to unhide it. Technologies, TradeStation, version 10, and then patches. You have to take this out. What does that do? If you take once you take that out, okay, it cannot reboot itself. Middle of session. Okay, this avoids you. You gotta do this on at least on your active on your live machine, not simulator, but because if it starts to reboot, you lost the trade. I mean, trade is there, but you got to go intervene with the phone and knock it out. Okay. That's it for us. Closing this. Thank you. Going back to Skype. And then once it's up, post process by them, we don't do it. They do it over there. Once it's post process, we can download and upload to YouTube. Okay. As always. Thank you. See you on the Skype site.